Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's JV basketball game. Tonight, the Lions will be playing the Paris Tigers. I am Michael McCall. Next to me is Kevin Quigley. Kevin, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well after last night's big varsity win against Deland Weldon. I'm happy to see another game tonight, and hopefully the JV will be able to capitalize on their varsity time. That some of the players, most notably Daniel Duggan and Blaze Laronia, got some playing time last night, so we need to see them capitalize on what they learned last night in the varsity game and bring us a W tonight in the JV game.
I agree. I think one thing that's going to bring us is just confidence. I think we'll be able to get some confidence in this game from our JV players playing on a higher level and varsity from last night, and I think that will be a big impact tonight. We have about 30 seconds till this game gets off, and let's talk about a little bit about Lions' opponents tonight. I was watching them in their warm-up. They have a few decent shooters. Number 11, personally, I don't know for sure, but he looks like he could be a decent shooter, a threat that we're going to have to close out on. But what do you think is a very necessary part of the Lions' gameplay tonight?
I think that definitely with this bigger team, getting their offense running, getting it running how they want to be. You know, Father Carlisle's going to be running a lot of set plays. So getting that working, doing what they need to do as a team together. When they played Attica, the JV didn't really have any star players. They really just worked cohesively as a team. We need to see that again. A star performance would be great, but more importantly, we need to see everyone work together as a team.
I 100% agree. And, you know, Blaze Laronia, we were just talking about playing for varsity. He is starting tonight. I don't know. Has he been usually starting? I haven't really watched JV games. Okay. This is one of the very first few games that I've seen for JV, so I'm excited for that. A few players that I'm hoping to see is Gus Blood, William Fitzpatrick. I'm also excited to see Ryan and Toss, see how they all do in the game. And I'm just hoping to see how the team overall does today as the game begins. Paris wins the tip. In the post, almost gets it stolen. 13 dishes it out to the wing, drives hard to the basket, swings it over to the corner, out of the hands of number 1, and it will be Lions ball. Matthew Romero inbounding the ball to William Fitzpatrick. Over to Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero up to William Fitzpatrick, breaking the Paris press. Almost gets poked away by Ryden. Into Gus Blood into the paint. He loses control of the ball out of his hands. However, it looks like it's tipped by Paris. It will be Lions ball.
This is, I think, the first JV game that Daniel Duggan has started. William Fitzpatrick is also starting tonight. He hasn't been starting. That's because Daniel Bergman and Eamon Martin are both sitting on the bench. Eamon is most probably resting up for the varsity game. They'll really need him and his deep shooting capabilities going into this game, just from warm-ups, at least for the JV game. Paris definitely looks like a team that isn't quite as big, but more of a shooting team. Their shots definitely look like they're going to go in. So someone like Eamon will be very valuable in the varsity game.
The Paris team, they also look like a very fast-paced team right now. They're running down on the court hard on offense, being strong on defense. They're already pressing us in the first few minutes of the quarter, so this will be a tough game for the Lions to see if we can pull it out. Matthew Romero gets the ball stolen from him, tries to get into the paint. Paris ball, driving into the paint, throws up a layup, no good, and looks like William Fitzpatrick will touch the ball while he's out of bounds. Paris ball, excuse me. Looks like the refs are going to be calling a jump ball, and it will be Paris's ball. One inbounds at the 13, good for 2, and he's fouled on the shot. He'll be going to the free throw line by 2. I did not see exactly who fouled him.
That was Blaze Laronia, number 3. That was in contrast to, on that last layup attempt, Liam Fitzpatrick had some great defense straight up against a larger player, and he was able to keep from making the layup. However, Blaze Laronia right there up against another big man does make contact, but the Paris player misses his free throw, and after Paris gets the rebound, number 13, Rhodes travels. So it'll be Lions ball out of bounds with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter of play.
Matthew Ribeiro breaking the press, gets it over to William Fitzpatrick. Drives right, pulls it back out. heavy defense by Paris, which gives them a turnover. Paris ball. Ryden bringing the ball up for Paris. Gets past William Fitzpatrick. Gets it over to number 3, Stuck. Drives into the paint, almost travels, gets it out to a teammate. Gets it out to the wing. Dribbles to the top of the key. Over to the right wing, almost stolen by Duggan. Drives into the paint, puts up a layup, no good. Rebounded by Paris. Gets it out to Stuck for the 3, and that is good. William Fitzpatrick with the ball. Heavy press by Paris. Matthew Romero breaking the press, brings it past the 10-second line. And Lions slowing it down right now coming from Father Carlisle. It's stolen by Paris. Shoved by William Fitzpatrick. And that'll be team's 2nd foul.
So the Lions right now aren't doing a very good job breaking the press. The varsity this year has been very capable, and they've easily broken the press whenever they've seen it. After the first couple games, now that they're deep into the season, the varsity never has a problem with the press. The JV, however, hasn't really seen any presses, and so they're obviously, you can see right now, they're just inexperienced, and their press break isn't really working. They keep getting trapped on the side, so that's probably something that Father Carlisle is going to talk about in this timeout. They need to figure out how to overcome that, and because they just can't keep getting the ball stolen before they even have a chance for the offense to get going. Like we were saying, the offense is a big part in this game, and so far, I don't know if they've had more than one shot so far, if even one shot so far in this game.
Yes, I mean, Paris, they've come out with a lot of high intensity right now, and the Lions have not matched that. And they really need to start matching that, and they need to bring their own intensity and play hard, play aggressive, and I think we'll be able to get some stops because we do have the talent, but we'll be able to get some stops and we'll be able to put up some more points. Paris' ball. Number 23 drives hard to the rim, dishes it out to the free throw line, takes the shot, and that's good. Matthew Romero into Ryan top, over to Gus. Gets it over to Ryanans, and they'll get past the 10-second line. William Fitzpatrick over to the corner to Matthew Romero. Down to the paint, Gus, over to William Fitzpatrick. Back over to the wing, Matthew Romero with the ball. Almost travels, it's not called. Matthew Romero drives hard to the paint, throws up a layup, and that's good for 2. Paris with the ball. Drives hard to the paint, throws up a layup, and that's good for 2. Matthew Romero gets up to Gus Blood, stolen from him, down to the paint, and Paris loses control of it. However, they'll cover it. And nice steal by Blaze Laronia. Lions back with the ball. Matthew Romero gets past the 10-second line over to Ryan on the right side corner. Excuse me, wing. Over to William Fitzpatrick. Nice quick pass to the corner. Down to the paint. Blaze Laronia, he'll be fouled by number 10, I believe. It'll be Lions ball under the basket. Couple subs in for Paris, 21, 25, and 33. They'll be coming in for 13, 15, and number 3. Matthew Romero with a 2, no good. Rebounded number 11. Down to the other end of the court, out of the hands of Paris. Lions ball. Paris bringing the press again. Gets it into Ryan and Taw, puts the ball on the ground, gets it over to Matthew Romero. Over onto their side of the court. Tries to pass it into Gus Blood, but he turns around, doesn't get it. William Fitzpatrick almost with the steal, doesn't come up with it. Over to the corner, number 21, gets it down to the paint, stolen by Augustin Blood. Matthew Romero with the ball. Looking for an open man, gets it over to Ryan and Taw. William Fitzpatrick over to Matthew Romero. bring it back to the top of the key, looking for a play. Gets it into Blaze Livonia. Over to William Fitzpatrick. Fakes the three. Doesn't take it. Over to the other side of the court. Matthew Romero takes corner three, and that's no good. Rebound to Paris. Paris with the ball. Over to the top of the key. William Fitzpatrick trying to get the steal in. No good. Paris keeping it on outside of the three-point line. Drives into the basket. He will be fouled on the shot by Augustin Blood, and he'll be going to the free throw line for 2 shots. I believe that's the third foul on the Lions. And right now the score, 11-2, minute and 39 seconds left in the game.
So Paris has definitely had the momentum all game. Their offense has been working, their defense has been working, and La Salette just hasn't been able to get that started. However, they're only up 9 points. That's not very much. I mean, in JV, that can be a lot if you're up against a feisty team on defense, but it's a surmountable lead, so it's not that big of a problem if the Lions can fix their problems. Eamon Martin just came in for Matthew Romero. It looks like he'll be taking the ball up court now, either him or Liam Fitzpatrick.
And Paris really keeping their press, and I think this has been really damaging for the Lions. It's just that pressure that the Lions always know that they're going to have to break that press before they can do anything else. Ryan and Ta over to William Fitzpatrick, over to Eamon Martin, to the corner, back to Eamon Martin. Eamon trying to set up a play, deflected by number 25, Paris. He recovers it, drives in, and he'll be called for a carry. Lions ball. And you can just see the Lions they're sluggish right now. They're not full intensity right now, and Paris is full intensity, and you can really see that in the score right now.
Yeah, that last tipped pass with Eamon Martin, he just wasn't, it looked like he was hesitating a little bit. Maybe he was thinking that excuse me, that it was going to go out of bounds and that he didn't need to go for it. And then earlier we saw Blaze Livonia with a nice tip pass, but then he just didn't go for it. One of the other La Salette teammates got it. So that's just a couple instances of just, yeah, you're right. They're just kind of sluggish out right now. They might be tired. Some of them played a lot of varsity time last night, like Gus Blood. He played a good share of last night's game. But they do need to shake that off. Maybe more substitutions need to be made in order to keep the players fresh. But either way, that's William Fitzpatrick sets up for the charge, but he doesn't get it. So that'll be 13-12 for Paris on the layup. And right there, just a really sloppy pass by Eamon Martin right to the Paris defender. They're under the basket with 10 seconds left. And the Lions are going to have to push their offense to be able to score in these last couple seconds of the first quarter.
2 seconds. Eamon with the deep three, and that's no good. Final score of the first quarter is 13-2. And going off of what you just said, Kevin, I mean, Eamon Martin, I thought when he was going to come in, I thought he was going to be a more motivating factor for the Lions because that's usually what he does. He comes in, he's able to knock down some threes, get some steals, but he's been making some bad passes. I don't know if he's just tired or if it's a mental game, but, I mean, I think that really needs to change. I'm happy that William Fitzpatrick tried to take the charge over there. I mean, There wasn't a lot of contact, but, I mean, at least he was trying to put the effort in to take a charge because charges are not always fun. So that's good to look forward to coming into the second quarter.
Right, so far this whole first quarter, only one La Salette player scored, and that was Matthew Mayer with a layup. And even that shot wasn't really a shot that you would want to take if you remember. He just kind of drove in and threw it up off the glass. It was, I mean, with the offense going the way it was, maybe it was a good shot, but it isn't what you want to see. So right now the Lions haven't been able to get anything going on offense. I don't know if that's because their offense itself. I would say that it's because they're not able to break the press. Their press break isn't really working. We saw Eamon Martin a couple times just straight up dribble down the court. He didn't even pass it just because dribbling up worked better than the break. So,
I mean, I agree, and I mean, also with this presses, they use a lot of energy and they don't set up their offense right after they break this press. They kind of just go to their spots and just stand there, wait for the ball, and I think that needs to change too. Coming out of the first quarter, Daniel Bergman will be coming into the game, and Lions will draw a foul in the first few seconds of the second quarter. So Lions ball under the basket. Into Eamon Martin. Eamon Martin trying to get to the basket, doesn't get there. Takes it out to the top of the key. Trying to set something up. Heavy defense by Paris. Drives into the basket, and he'll get fouled going to the free throw line for 2.
Eamon's a reliable free throw shooter, so this should, so this should amount for 2 points for the Lions to cut their lead to 9, cut the Paris lead to 9, hopefully.
First shot is no good. Second shot will be live. Second shot no good. Rebounded Eamon Martin. Brings it out. Gets Daniel Bergman in the corner. Into Gus Blood. Not the smartest of passes, but he'll get it to him. Ryan drives hard to the basket. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to the corner. Gus Blood dribbling it up to the top of the key. Gets it over to the wing to Daniel Bergman. Hard pass to Ryan Taw. Over to Gus Blood. Over to Ryan Taw. In the corner. Gets it up to the top of the key. Almost stole him at number 1. However, he'll foul Reinand. 2 quick fouls in the first few minutes of the second quarter. But, I mean, right there, Gus Blood taking the ball, didn't have an option. Took 2 hard dribbles to the top of the key twice and was able to keep the ball alive. I'm very impressed by that play right there from Gus Blood.
Right, I heard Liam Fitzpatrick call out a new offense, and I think that was definitely working better for the Lions. You could tell much more motion, much more cutting, and even if Gus Blood carrying the ball up around the arc isn't what you want, he rose to the occasion. He was able to come through.
And you don't usually see that from big men on the team. You don't really see them being decent ball dribblers, but he was able to take 2 nice hard dribbles, open up a play, take up space, and give it to Eamon Martin, the point guard.
Right, not since last year with Manny Garcia have we really seen anyone tall that's able to handle the ball like that.
This pass picked off by number 1, Paris. Drives in, gets it into the paint, number 13, no good. And jump ball, Daniel Bergman gets his hands on the ball. It'll be Paris's ball since Lions came out of the second quarter with the ball.
Number 1, Rigdon, he only looks to be a little bit over 5 feet tall, but he's extremely quick and a very capable dribbler. So he's been doing damage to the Lions, and right there you saw he had a very nice pass. So Liam Fitzpatrick is going to have to shut him down if they want to keep the Paris offense from exploding anymore.
Over to the corner, Ryan Taw drives hard into the paint, and he'll be called for a travel. And the Lions cannot afford mistakes like travels, easy turnovers. They need to be able to take every single opportunity they can this game to be able to put baskets up. And if they miss them, then so what? But we really need to take more shots. Paris with another basket, score 17-2. Paris bringing the press. Daniel Bergman with the ball. Over to William Fitzpatrick. Gets past the 10-second line. Gets it over to the corner. And out of the hands of Daniel Bergman, Paris ball. Matthew Romero coming into the game for William Fitzpatrick.
Lions down right now by 15 points, 17-2. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Number 3, Stuck, puts up a 3-pointer, but that's no good. He gets his rebound, however, goes up for a layup, and that's no good. The Lions finally able to pull down the ball. Matthew Romero takes it up court and is struggling to get past the opposing point guard, who eventually tips it away, steals it, and is now going down court. And it looks like there's going to be a foul called on Matthew Romero before the shot, so there won't be any free throws. Paris will just get it out of bounds under the Lions basket.
Number 15 drives into the paint. Doesn't get an open shot. Over to number 3. Take it back to the top of the key. Resetting the play. Gets a low pass into 13. 11. Gets it over to 15. Number 1 with the point with the ball. Drives hard to the basket, and there will be a foul on John Bronner. Paris' ball under the basket. Gets it over to number 1, being guarded by John Bronner. Might have traveled there, but it's not called. Over to the wing. King looking for an open man, doesn't have one. Gets it over to Ryden. And ball tipped by Ryan Ta, and it will stay with Paris. Paris has had the ball for about 2 minutes, I believe, in the first quarter. And, I mean, I don't know if that's just strong offense by Paris right now or just sloppy defense, but something in the game really needs to change right now. Looks like over-the-top foul called on Paris. Lions ball. Eamon doesn't have anyone to pass the ball into. Picked off by Paris. Dumps it down into King to the paint. Out to the corner and picked off by Gustus Blood. Gustus Blood driving down to the court. Really wants to score. He'll put it up and he'll be fouled. Going to the free throw line for 2. That was a very aggressive play by Gus Blood. And that's exactly what we need to see in the game right now. Stole the ball and drove all the way down to the basket. And as we were just saying earlier, we have not seen really a big man with dribbling skills and just plays like that since Manny Garcia. First shot is no good. Daniel Duggan and Matthew Romero both coming into the game. Number 25, Wells, is coming into the game for Paris. Second shot, no good. Eamon Martin with the rebound. Eamon Martin for the 3, and that's no good. Paris tips the ball, and it'll be out of bounds. Matthew Romero inbounding the ball. Gets it out to Daniel Duggan. Gets it to Eamon Martin, top of the key. Being tightly guarded by King. Over to the wing, Daniel Duggan. Back to Eamon Martin. Eamon Martin drives in, and he'll be fouled by King. White ball under the basket. Matthew Romero inbounding it for the Lions.
So I could just hear right there the bookkeepers were saying, or the scorekeepers were saying that the Lions are in the bonus and they should have been shooting a 1-and-1, but the bonus light wasn't lit up on the board, so the Lions just got the ball out of bounds. Thankfully, it didn't lead to any points for Paris, and Lhasa will have the ball back down at the other side of the court once again.
Excuse me, Eamon Martin seems a little agitated right now. He really wants to put some points up on the board. It's just very difficult for the Lions right now. Daniel Duggan takes the shot, and that's good for 2.
That's the Lions' first points of the second quarter. It's really nice to see someone like that come in off of the bench and then hopefully kickstart something for the Lions.
And there will be a foul called on the Lions. Foul's on number 12, Daniel Duggan. William Fitzpatrick coming into the game for the Lions. Number 21, Lankster. Number 33, Moody, will be coming in to the game for Paris. Paris ball. And Paris will be called for 5-second violation, not getting the ball into play fast enough. Lions ball. and that's what the Lions need right now. We haven't really seen any big mistakes by Paris. We've seen a couple by the Lions, but that's the first, turnover I think Paris has had. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I don't really know other than maybe just a deflected pass. I don't think anything that big, like a, over and back or right, something like that. So that's really good to see from the Lions. Maybe, I don't know if it's any pressure coming from Salette, or maybe it's just a mental mistake from the Tigers.
Matthew Romero puts up a shot. It's blocked, and Paris's ball. He almost gets the ball. Augustus Blood with the steal. Second steal of the night. Drives all the way down. Left-handed layup, and that's good for 2.
That was a very good play by Augustin Blood with not just the steal, not just running down the court, but able to, when he was guarded from his right side, he was able to put in with his left side. Right there you see Blaise Laronia with the same sort of play, except he didn't quite have the aggression that Gus Blood does, and so he didn't take it down court. He passed it to Romero, who wasn't able to get anything started, and now Daniel Duggan fouls for the Lions, and that will be free throws, I believe, for the Tigers.
The Lions, they had the momentum there for a second. Just a split-second pause by Daniel Bergman. It did give our energy away a little bit, stopping the play, because we had 2 quick plays right there. It gave us 4 points, but hopefully we can just keep that up after these free throws. First shot is good for Paris. Second shot is good too. King makes both of those. Paris not pressing anymore. Just a one-man press. William Fitzpatrick breaks it, gets it over to Ryan Ta. Over to the corner to Daniel Duggan. Back to Ryanans. Over to William Fitzpatrick. Over to Gus Blood, and he's shoved. And he'll be going to the free throw line 1-1. One of the things I've noticed about the Lions in their past games and in this game is we don't take every shot we get. We hesitate. We take moments when we're open. We let the defensive player come to close us out, and that's not very good, because you don't always have to take the shot, but you just have to keep the ball moving, because you have to break their defense and make holes. But we hold the ball and let the defensive player come on to us, and then it gives their defense time to reset, and we just need to have a faster paced moving game and make quick passes, quick shots. If we have an open shot, take it. Augustus Blood doing very well tonight, makes both free throws, bring the score 8-13. Paris gets it into the paint. That's good for 2. Wells with the shot. Daniel Duggan takes it past 10-second line, excuse me. Over to Fitzpatrick. Over to the corner, Daniel Duggan. 20 seconds left. William Fitzpatrick in the corner. Gets over to Daniel Duggan, over to Ryan Ta. Over to William Fitzpatrick. Had Blaze open in the paint, doesn't give it to him. Back over to Daniel Duggan. Gets it into the paint to Gus Blood. However, it's stolen by Paris. Wells with the steal, 7 seconds. Drives into the paint, and no good. Blaze Laronia with the rebound, holds it. Didn't know that he had a lot of time left on the clock, and that'll be the end of the first half, 21-8. Kevin, what have you seen in this first half that you really think needs to improve?
I think definitely where the Lions are at with their concentration definitely needs to change. Like right there, you saw Blaise Laronia getting the ball and having no idea that there was only 3 seconds on the clock. Other things like that with just when the ball's loose, not hesitating, going for it, knowing where you're supposed to be. That's just things that we're seeing because it is JV, but just because it's JV doesn't mean that it's an excuse that you don't have to be playing as well mentally as you are on varsity. So that's definitely something that needs to change. The Lions need to concentrate better, but we have seen some very good performances from Gus Blood, so hopefully we'll keep that up going into the second half.
I do really like that word, concentration. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to our first half. Please tune in to our second half, which will be about in 9 minutes. We hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Welcome back, Lions fans, to this evening's La Salette JV basketball game. I am Michael McCall, and alongside me is Kevin Quigley. The Lions have been struggling a little bit this game. The score 21-8, Lions down. Kevin, what have you seen that you've liked in this game, and what have you seen that you think needs to improve in the second half?
Well, like I said earlier, I've really liked Gus Bud's playing. His aggressiveness on defense, and then also his ability to take it down court and score has been a really, really bright point of this game. On the other hand, the Lions really need to work on their mental game. They're just not quite there. They look like they're almost sleepwalking out there. And I would say that this game, Paris is playing very well, and the Lions are playing very poorly, which is why this game is down, why the Lions are down so much. So it's not just one or the other. I would say that's definitely both. Paris is having a good night and the Lions aren't. So if they need to at least start having a good night, and then maybe that will transition and make Paris make some mistakes on their side of the court.
And I've been watching 30 seconds of this second half, and I can already tell you there is a change in the Lions. They're more aggressive. There's more energy, and you can see all the players, Daniel Duggan and William Fitzpatrick, two of the players, excuse me, are sprinting back to get a stop on the play, and that's already good news for the Lions. We could see a different attitude coming into the second half, and that's exactly what we wanted to see. The Lions do foul Paris on the shot, so he'll be shooting 2 free throws.
Unfortunately, that is Daniel Duggan's third foul, so we'll probably see him leave the game for a little bit so that he stays out of foul trouble. But he will hopefully come back in later when his fouls aren't as big of a problem.
Lankster makes the first one. He will make the second one. Lions ball. Matthew Romero inbounding the ball. Willie Fitzpatrick bringing the ball up. Being guarded by Rigdon. And is almost stolen. Recovered by Willie Fitzpatrick. Has Daniel Duggan open. Doesn't get it to him. He will get it over to Gus Blood, a powerhouse in today's game for the Lions. Matthew Romero tries to get it over to Blaise Zeroni, but stolen by Rigdon. Rigdon bringing the ball up the court. Gets it over to Paris. Shoots the 3, and that's good for Stuck, number 3. Matthew Romero inbounding the ball to William Fitzpatrick.
Number 1, Rigdon is just someone that you can't underestimate because he's so small, but from what we've seen, he's so quick, and he's really proving a tough matchup. Even when he was guarding Matthew Romero, he was able to poke the ball away, so he's definitely someone that Liam Fitzpatrick will have to worry about.
Nice play by Blaise Zeroni. Gets the ball down the paint, gets it over to Matthew Romero. However, Paris will get the hand on the ball, and it will be called jump ball, so it will be Paris's ball. Rigdon taking the ball up the court. Gets a screen that might have been a moving screen.
That's what I thought, yep.
But not called, and the ball will run out of bounds, so Lions ball. The Lions losing that, not really having that energy they came out with in the second half. But hopefully we can get that back. Matthew Romero with the ball. Drives to the top of the key, gets it over to Daniel Duggan. Wearing number 12, my favorite number, because when I did play basketball, I did wear number 12. So did my brother. Blaise Zeroni trying to save the ball, however, it will go out of bounds, and it will be Paris's ball.
So there have been a couple of times so far this half where the ball's come to Blaise Zeroni and he hasn't been able to get a handle on it. He's just looking at not quite aggressive enough. He has had some good plays, but there also have been some times where just the ball's just gone through his hands or he's gotten it poked away. So he's going to really need to get that under control and just be able to, grab that ball and gather it in so that the Lions won't see any more turnovers.
And I was thinking at halftime, maybe the Lions need to press the pair. What do you think? Maybe they need to press.
I would definitely like to see them press at least to see whether that works or not.
The press has really hurt the Lions in this game, and maybe maybe it will give us energy, maybe it will give us some confidence, but I think just maybe trying the press would not be that bad of an idea.
At the same time, if it's not working, we would have to phase out of it really quickly because Paris is moving really quickly, and they're tiring the Lions out enough that running a full court press, you wouldn't want to get tired anymore than you already are playing against such a fast-paced team.
Yes, exactly. A nice play, a nice defensive play by Daniel Duggan, keeping his feet set and knocking the ball out of Paris's hands, out of bounds. So Lions ball into Gus Blood. Nice pass to Ryan Ta, who just came into the game. However, it will slip out of his hands and go out of bounds. Ryan Ta will be coming. Ryan Ta came in for Daniel Duggan, who we said had 3 fouls earlier. Paris's ball over to the wing. Gets it to Stuck at the top of the key. Shoots the 3. That's no good. Rebounded almost by Paris. Slips out of their fingers, and it's Lions ball. John Bronner coming into the game. I was a little surprised that he would be here today because I thought he was going to leave to go to his brother's cassock ceremony. One of our classmates, John Mawini, he left today, or excuse me, yesterday to go see his brother receiving the cassock, and John Bronner did stay. Maybe to play in this game, but I don't think so. But Blaze Aurelio driving into the paint, gets his own rebound, and puts the shot up for 2. Nice play by Blaze Aurelio right there. Eamon Martin looks like he's coming into the game for the Lions. Almost poked away by John Bronner. However, he'll foul them. John Bronner's 2nd foul, I believe. Lots of all 5 players are being subbed in for Paris. King, number 11, 25, Wells, 21, Blair, 33, Moody. And I believe I said all 5. Or and 15, Cripps.
No, the last player is 23.
23, Sanders, yeah, I am sorry. Sanders with the shot, no good, rebounded by Paris, and that'll be good for 2.
So that's not really what you want to see with the entire bench coming in, all bench players and all coming in cold off the bench and still able to take in offensive rebounds and score.
And that's one thing the Lions have not really done effectively this game. Rebounds. Paris has been getting a lot of the rebounds both offensively and defensively. Blaze Aurelio and Gus Blood have been coming up with a couple rebounds, but they just haven't really been able to keep hold of the ball. And there is a foul in the play. It's either on Blaze Aurelio or John Bronner. It is on John Bronner. That's his 3rd foul. Under the basket for Paris. Sanders inbounding the ball. Gets it over to Wells. Wells over to Blair. In the corner, King shoots it. Almost off the leg of Blaze Aurelio, out of bounds, but he'll keep control of it, and he's fouled by King. Lions ball. Matthew Romero inbounds it to John Bronner, taking the point guard position. Looking for an open play. Doesn't have one. Gets it over to Eamon Martin. Drives hard to the basket, and he'll shoot the shot. However, he's fouled before he gets to the basket. And the foul's on number 21, Blair for Paris. Lions ball under the basket. That was a nice aggressive play by Eamon Martin. We haven't seen that too much of that this game, except from Gus Blood and a couple other players, but we haven't seen it overall. Eamon Martin looking for help. Doesn't get it, but he'll put the shot up, and that's good for 2. Sanders with the ball. Drives in, gets it over to the corner. Corner 3, and that's good for 3. John Bronner calling out the play. Brings the ball past the 10-second line. Drives hard to the basket over to Matthew Romero. Short wing play, no good. King bringing the ball up the court. Tightly guarded by John Bronner. Over to Sanders for a 3, no good. Wells with the jump shot, no good. Over to Matthew Romero. Gives it back to John Bronner to restart the play for offense. John Bronner trips, gets the ball over to Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero brings it back to the top of the key. Eamon Martin restarting the play. Over to John Bronner in the wing. Brings it back out to the top of the key. 1 minute left in the game. Excuse me, 3rd quarter. Eamon Martin over to Matthew Romero. Over to Eamon Martin for the 3, and that's good for 3. First 3 of the game for the Lions.
Eamon's definitely warming up a little bit. That's his that's back-to-back scores coming from him, that layup in the first and then that three-pointer. So he was really quiet the first half. He couldn't get anything going offensively, and hopefully he'll be able to get some more stuff started now that he's warmed up a little bit.
I did not see exactly what just happened there, but it's a turnover for Paris. It was either a travel or I think it was a travel or a carry, but it's Lions ball. Eamon Martin coming up to get the ball. Eamon picks up his dribble, needs to get rid of it. No one coming to the ball. Gets it to Matthew Romero. 20 seconds left in the game. Trying to set something up. Matthew Romero gets it to Eamon Martin. Gets it back over to Matthew Romero. Fakes the three. No. Gets it over to Eamon Martin. 16 seconds. Drives to the basket. Puts up a two, and that's good for two. And that will be it for the third quarter. As you were talking about Eamon Martin earlier, I mean, you can see he was visibly agitated in the first half. He really wanted to put up some points. He just wasn't really in it, and we're glad to see that he's coming back in this third quarter. The end of the third quarter, the Lions outscored Paris for this first half. But what have you seen that has improved that you wanted to see in this second half?
Well, definitely the offense for the Lions was able to get going. They were able to get more open shots. They were definitely able to get the ball to Eamon, who was able to get his game working as well. Their rebounded game wasn't that much better. Paris was still rebounding strong. And I'm just afraid that the Salette might not have actually been playing that much better, and we just thought they were because the Paris bench was in. So if they were to keep playing like that, I'm afraid that the Paris starters might then take over and then lengthen their lead. But hopefully the Lions would be able to keep up their level of play even against the Paris starters.
Yes, and I think one thing that us scoring 9 points in the third quarter is going to bring confidence, because we don't really have it right now. We haven't been playing too well in this game, and I mean, we definitely have been playing better in the third quarter. We've scored more points than we had in the first half, so I think that will be improving and keep improving for this fourth quarter, which is getting kicked off with the Lions ball. 33-17, Eamon Martin with the ball. Over to Matthew Romero in the wing. Almost stolen, Blaise Aronia saves it. Matthew Romero in the corner, gets it to Eamon Martin in the wing. Fast-paced game for the Lions right now. Over to Matthew Romero. Gets it down to Gus Blood, and he's fouled. He's fouled by number 25, Wells. Lions ball under the hoop. Has Eamon Martin over, open, doesn't get it to him, gets it over to John Bronner. Fakes the shot, gets it over to Matthew Romero. Quick three, and that's no good. Rebound, Gustus Blood, and he'll put it in. And that'll be good for two, and he's fouled on the shot, giving him a three-point possible play. We've really seen Gus Blood coming out in this game, and that's very good to see because he's a big player, very athletic player. I think he lacked a little bit of confidence in the very beginning of the season, but we can definitely see that coming into him, especially in this game. First shot, no good. Eamon Martin with the rebounds, and he'll be called for a travel. Paris ball. Stuck for Paris, bringing the ball up the court. There's a foul on the Lions, I believe. Eamon Martin. Harrison bounds it to Stuck, number 3. Ball's dead, gets it into 25, and Paris will put it up for 2. John Bronner with the ball. No press by Paris. Gets it past 10-second line. Looking for an open man. Nobody coming to the ball for the Lions. However, tight defense on Paris will result in a foul.
So we've seen 3 fouls from Paris, really one after another. The Lions have done a good job of keeping their foul total down. They had 7 fouls in the first half, so they did concede the bonus to Paris. But so far this half, they only have 4 fouls, which is still on track for the bonus, but they haven't fouled at all this quarter, in contrast to Paris.
John Bronner attempting to take the charge. His feet weren't completely planted, so he'll be called for the blocking foul. But to help us improve for broadcasting, filming, and anything to help your enjoyment, please drop a comment and help us or explain to us how we can improve your enjoyment of watching our YouTube channel. Those are much appreciated by us. William Fitzpatrick being subbed into the game for John Bronner. Great coaching staff JV team has. Father Carlisle, head coach, assisted by Mr. Nip, a new teacher at the academy. Free throws no good. William Fitzpatrick taking point guard position. Oh, he does travel, resulting in a turnover. Paris ball. One thing that I have noticed out on the court for the Lions, it's been very quiet. Not a lot of talking, not a lot of calling out screens or calling out help defense. It's just been very quiet. Paris throws it. Deflected off the foot of William Fitzpatrick. Kick ball. The play will stop and it will continue to be Paris's ball.
Right, like you said, except for the point guards calling out the play, I don't think that I've really heard anyone on the Salette team say anything. You know, that is a really important part of the game is communication, and that's really just lacking right now for the Lions.
Yes, and I mean, communication just brings in harmony with the players, which is exactly what you want. You want good harmony, good open passes, knowing where your teammates are, because you can't see everything and you need to rely on your other senses, as hearing, to be able to run the plays properly. Eamon Martin takes the three, no good. Rebounded Blaze Aronia, nice dish off to Matthew Romero, no good. Rebounded Paris, however, he'll be out of bounds. Lions ball.
That was definitely a step in the right direction. Really nice rebound by Blaze Aronia. The rebounding game hasn't quite been there for Salette tonight, but that was a shimmer of what should be there for the Lions.
Daniel Bergman will be coming in for the Lions. He'll be coming in for Blaze. So will number 21, Blair. Eamon Martin will take up a shot, no good. Paris's ball. Langster with the ball. Dishes it to the corner. Corner three, that is good. By number 23, Sanders. William Fitzpatrick bringing the ball up the court. Lions running a offensive play out of the hands of Eamon Martin. Paris's ball.
So Salette's down right now, 41-19 with 4:13 left in the game to play. So right now they're outscored by more than double by the Paris team. So I don't think that there's really that much chance of winning left in the game for Salette, but this is one of those moments where the game becomes more of a learning opportunity. They don't have a lead to protect, so they can be a little bit more aggressive. They can play a little bit more on edge and really try out some new things, massage some new techniques, and figure out what can work for them in the future.
I really think a thing that has been lacking in this game for the Lions is just energy. There has not been a lot of energy, and you can really just feel that. You can really feel that there's not a lot of energy out on the court, and that really affects the game, because if one player doesn't have a lot of energy, it leads on to the other players, and that's what a good captain and good teammates there for. William Fitzpatrick gets it over to Ryan Taw. Slips out of his hands, causing another turnover, the second time in a row. Paris will pick up the ball with no threat from a shot from the Lions. Langster bringing up the ball for Paris, drives in, dishes it out to Blair. Blair over to the corner, faking a shot, doesn't take it. Wells gets it over all the way to the other side of the court. He'll take a three, and that's good. Langster with the 3, excuse me.
The Lions shots also just have not been there, especially for Matthew Romero. He is definitely the player out of anyone else who I think has the most closely missed shots. He's had so many shots over the season that are just in and out, that are just so close, and that's happened tonight, not just for him, but for the rest of the team. Meanwhile, Paris has been shooting extremely well. Their three-point percentages, unbelievable, really. They've made almost all of them, and that's just something that hasn't gone the right way for La Salette. They just need to drill those shots that much more just to fine-tune them and be able to pull them off in the game like the Tigers have.
Ian Whitehead into the game for the Lions. Paris dishes it off to the paint, puts it up for 2. William Fitzpatrick bringing the ball back up the court. William gets it over to Ryan Ta. Gets it back to William, almost loses control of it, but regains the ball. Gets it back to William Fitzpatrick. Tipped by 25, Wells. And there will be a foul on number 13, Rhodes. Lions ball. Sean Holman coming in for Ryans. There's a little miscommunication on the court. There's only 4 players on the court right now for the Lions. Daniel Bergman comes back out onto the court. Over to Daniel Bergman. Ian Whitehead with the ball at the wing. Down to the paint. Gets it back out to William Fitzpatrick. Minute 52 left in the game. Matthew Romero, quick dribble pass. He'll be fouled on the shot. Going to the free throw line for 2.
And that last foul will put the Lions into the bonus, so any subsequent fouls from the Tigers will be sending the La Salette players to the line for their 1-and-1 free throws.
Which I do think is good. I mean, one of the things that we were talking about, if the Lions should have pressed, I think one of the things that would have been beneficial for us if we had pressed was just bringing that sense of energy, because a press is very fast-paced, because we've seen that we play fast-paced and then we slow down and the point guard brings it slowly up, and I think it just drags our energy down. And I think we need that fast-paced game to give us that energy back.
Another area where the Lions have severely lacked is free throw shooting. They've had, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 free throws. I think there's been 3 or 4 players that went to the line, and I think they've only made 2, and those were Gus Blood. Sean Holman right there is able to cash his free throw. As well as the second, so Sean Holman, a player off the bench, doesn't see much playing time, is able to outshoot the other Lions starters from the charity stripe.
Charity stripe, I like that word. I might have heard that before, but not recent enough to jog my memory. Theo Carlisle looks like a fan favorite. He's coming into the game. Coach's brother, number 10. He will be coming in for Daniel Bergman. Paris ball under the hoop, lobs it over to 33, Moody. He'll take the 3, and that's no good. Rebounds, William Fitzpatrick. Minute 31 seconds left in the game.
This Paris JV team is a lot like our Lions varsity team. They're a really competent shooting team. Like number 33, Moody, is a bench player, but we've seen his potential to hit 3-pointers.
Sounds like the fans really want Theo to put some baskets up. Hopefully he'll be able to get some in this game. Just a minute remaining. Whitehead with the ball. Gets it over to William Fitzpatrick. 46, clock running down. Whitehead gets it back to Theo Carlisle, top of the key, over to Matthew Romero. Down to the corner to Whitehead, drives baseline, gets it over to William Fitzpatrick. Over to Sean Holman, he'll take the 2. Looks like it might have been tipped. Paris's ball. Sanders bringing the ball up the court, taking it slowly over to the corner to Rhodes. It looks like they'll just let the clock run out. Drives baseline, gets it over to the other corner to Moody. Back up to the top of the key. Sanders dribbling, letting the ball run out, and that will be the conclusion of this game. So the Lions, they struggled a little bit in the first half. They came back in this third quarter. I do believe their third quarter was their best quarter. They scored about 9 points, but what did you like? Because, I mean, in this game, personally, I think Augustin Blood, pronounced that wrong earlier in the game, but Augustin Blood, I think he played phenomenal. A couple fast breaks down to the other end of the basket, resulting in 4 points. But what did you see that you enjoyed watching in this game?
I saw not just that. I also enjoyed seeing Eamon Martin's little third quarter breakout with those points that he put up. Also, I have to be completely honest, I really liked Sean Holman's free throw shooting. Coming off the bench and ahead of all the other starting players that missed their free throws, he was able to make his 2 free throws. So those were definitely the 2 good points for me. Final score for the Lions, 46-21, Paris winning the game. The varsity game will be following shortly. That'll be at 7 p.m. Until then, I'm Kevin Quigley alongside Michael McCall signing off.